Hi, my name is Gurleen Khaira. I am from Khaira Education. We'll be demonstrating a OET speaking role play for you. I hope you use this as a guide to see what the assessors expect from you and how you can improve your score and get a passing score in the OET. Having said that, this is just one of the ways an OET speaking role play can be done. There are multiple responses equally acceptable as long as it's a patient-centered communication. I will be taking on the role of a nurse, and my partner here would be taking on the role of a patient's parent who is concerned about the medical problem that her baby is suffering from. Shall we start?
Yeah.
Hi, Emily.
Hi.
My name is Gurleen and I'm one of the nurses at this facility. The doctor has apprised me of your condition, that you're here with your 2-week-old baby, Josh, who's been suffering from some medical condition.
Yeah.
I'd like to know a bit more about it.
Yeah, I want to tell you that baby seems fine, but he's suffering from flaky irritation on scalp, and now it's coming on head also, face also.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'd like to tell you that the doctor has conferred with me, and he's informed me that the baby is suffering from this condition called cradle cap. Do you have any prior knowledge of this condition?
No, I don't know anything about it.
That's all right. So this is a common condition for babies of Josh's age, but I would like to reassure you that this is completely treatable and it's a common condition. It's not at all contagious. So as a parent, I understand you might have some concerns about whether this is harmful for the baby and whether it's treatable or not. So I'd just like to assuage those concerns and tell you that this is something which is treatable.
Yeah, actually none of my children have this kind of problem, and I'm actually literally worried about this, that this is contagious and it will get affected by my other children also.
Right, that's a reasonable concern. I think if I were you, I would react in the same way. Can I ask how many children you have?
3.
3. So it's a valid concern, but it's not at all contagious. It's not a communicable condition. It's not going to be transferred to other children. Also, it's manageable. This condition can be completely treated by some remedies that I'd like to speak to you about. But before I do that, are there any concerns that you have?
Yeah, I only want to know that will Josh will be suffering from any discomfort or anything else?
Well, you'd be happy to know that while it might seem like Josh is uncomfortable or is suffering from some itchiness or discomfort, that's not the case at all. This is something which is just in the skin, and this is something which we can manage with some remedies that I'd like to talk to you about.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yeah, I want to know how to get rid of it.
So the first thing that you can do is you can massage the baby's affected area with olive oil or almond oil. Now how this will help is, this will help in loosening the scales up, the flakes on the baby's scalp, and over time you will see that they fall off eventually.
Okay.
So do you think you'd be able to give this a try?
Yeah, I will definitely try it.
Alright. Another thing that you can do is you can use a special cradle cap shampoo. This will serve the same purpose. This will help in loosening the flakes, and it will also prevent the flakes from coming up again. So how does this sound?
Yeah, it sounds good. Let's give it a try.
Yes, you'll be able to purchase this from the local pharmacy.
Okay.
Finally, there's something called a baby brush, a soft baby brush.
Okay.
And you can use that to softly brush, like dry brush the baby's affected areas in one direction to remove the scales.
Okay.
Is that something that you'll be able to do?
Yeah.
Great. Also, besides these things, I'd just like to emphasize that you should bathe the baby just once a day. It's a common tendency for parents to think that the more frequently you bathe the baby, the rapid the results would be, but that's not the case. So make sure that you're bathing the baby just once a day. Secondly, hygiene is something to which this condition responds really well.
Okay.
So if you could just make sure that the bed linen on which the baby is sleeping is changed frequently as per your convenience.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll be able to do these things?
Yeah, definitely I'll do that.
Alright, great. Apart from this, is there anything that you'd like to know?
Yeah, I want to know that if it won't go away and it become infected, then what?
Well, it's again, I think as a parent, it's a reasonable concern.
Yeah.
So cradle cap responds very well to normal hygiene and all of the treatment methods that we discussed as well. Okay. So I'd like to assure you that before the baby's first birthday, you will see that this condition has disappeared completely. So it's possible to get rid of this condition completely. Just to make sure that you've understood everything correctly, if you'd be able to recap or just summarize the things that you're going to do, would you be able to do that?
Yeah.
Hi, so the video that you just saw is a taster, it's a part of the lesson and what you will experience if you register for OET preparation at Khaira Education. Some skills that I used in this particular role play, for example, for relationship building, I used empathy at various stages. Some examples that you can play back and see again, empathizing with the mother by saying things like, if I were you, I would react in the same way. That's a reasonable concern. So normalizing statements, something that would help the patient feel comfortable or the parent feel comfortable in opening up their concerns to you. Then when I was giving treatment options advice, I used signposting. I structured the conversation. This is a technique which is called chunking and checking. So I divided up all the remedies into different chunks, but I also checked the patient's acceptance, and then I gave them opportunity to clarify any doubts, and I also checked their emotional reaction of how they would feel if they were to do this. Similar techniques were used, and I would encourage you to get in touch with us, because speaking is one skill and speaking is a test in which you are judged approximately 60% on your linguistic criteria, which includes aspects of speech like your fluency, your intonation, the appropriateness of language, and 40%, approximately 40% of the score is dependent on use of soft skills, some of which I just discussed with you. And this is just a snippet. What you saw is just a snippet of the lesson. We have skill lessons we deliver on various soft skills that you can use to maximize your score in your speaking and what the assessors expect from you. Thank you.